Welcome to episode 14 of the All for a City podcast. Our last match was in March, and I'm happy that I'm back making these and that our team is back and that we're finally back to actually doing something with the USL and with Reno 1868 FC. Today I will be talking about the USL Return To Play, Reno's upcoming schedule, and previewing our upcoming game with Sacramento. Getting things started here, the USL started its return to play on Saturday, July 11th, which was this last Saturday. They had a bunch of matches. They have a bunch that's on ESPN. They're going to have a lot on ESPN2 and ESPN Deportes, I think is what that one's called. But they're going to have a lot on there because there are literally no other sports right now. The NHL, MLB, and the NHL, MLB, and MLS are not playing yet. Or the MLS is the only one playing right now. They're doing their little tournament, but the USL is like one of the only leagues to fill out ESPN's kind of schedule. Reno will be playing in Group A with Portland, Sacramento, and Tacoma. So I think we got a really good draw when it came to that pick. Obviously, the groups are picked geographically, but I think we still got a good draw on the pick. The season will end with each team playing 16 games. So that's 16 games total in the 2020 season, which means we're going to play 15 more games because we already played a game. When I first saw that, I thought it was 16 additional games for all of Return to Play. So from now until September, October when the season ends, but it's going to be 16 games for the total. So we're going to play 15 more games here. 12 of those games will be played against Group A. The top two teams in each group in the USL will make the playoffs. So 2 out of our 4 teams will make the playoffs. And then I did 3 different blog posts about that so far in the last week and a half or whatever. So go check those out for more information on what the USL is doing and all this stuff. Links for all of that will be in the description below. Reno will start play again this Sunday with a group match in Sacramento. Reno and Sacramento will face off 4 times, July 19th, August 12th, September 12th, and 26th. Reno will play Portland 4 times, July 26th, August 15th, and then September 5th and 20th. Reno will only be playing Tacoma 3 times, August 8th and 19th, and then October 3rd, which will be the last match of the season. Games outside of our group include Las Vegas, which we play twice, August 1st and September 30th, San Diego, which we're going to play once on August 22nd, and then Phoenix, which we're going to play once on August 29th. It's not a bad schedule for Reno. I think Reno should win the group. The Silver State Cup and the Donner Pass Derby finals are within a week of each other on September 16th and 30th. Those are both set to be home matches, and if we are allowed to have fans for that, then that'll be like the most incredible week of soccer like Reno has seen in a while. Getting into some standings, as of recording this, Reno is still in first place in Group A, despite not having played a match since March. Sacramento drew with Tacoma on Monday. Tacoma scored less than 1 minute into the match. Tacoma came back from 3-1 or down 3-1 to end it at 3-3, which is an incredible comeback for Tacoma, and it's good to see them tying with Sacramento. Reno sits in first with 3 points. Sacramento sits in second with 2 points. Tacoma sits in third with 1 point. And then Portland sits in last with no points. I figure Reno will win the group, followed by Sacramento. Then it's a toss-up between Tacoma and Portland. And right now it looks like Tacoma is actually going to beat out Portland for that 3rd spot, even though they're probably not going to make the playoffs. Getting into the next game preview, Reno 1868 FC takes on Sacramento Republic FC in Sacramento to start Return to Play for Reno. Sacramento didn't look too good against Tacoma on Monday. They let Tacoma come back into the game after creating a lead that should have won them the game. We have yet to see Reno play since March. I don't really know what they will look like yet, and I don't really think too many people really know how they're going to play yet. It seems like what we see on Sunday will be our team for the rest of the season. I heard that our roster is pretty much full. I also heard that we won't be getting much help from San Jose this year. A lot of factors into that, I think. Uh, Mainly being that they have the tournament, their season is going to end. I don't think they're going to want to send too many players our way. Um, and I don't think that we really want to take too many of their players right now. So there are some players from San Jose that I would like to see in Reno or back in Reno. But again, there are some players that I don't want to see in Reno. And there were some of those players, a lot more of those players from San Jose that I didn't want to see came to Reno and were playing on Reno last year. Um, Reno is 5-1-1 all time versus Sacramento. Reno won the Donner Pass Derby in 2017 and 2019. The Donner Pass Derby ended in a draw in 2018. Sacramento eliminated Reno from the playoffs in the first round of the 2019 playoffs. Um, this is the first game between the two clubs since then, not including preseason. Uh, there was a lot of drama surrounding that playoff game. I imagine that if we did have fans at this game in Sacramento and we decided to travel there, that the drama would resurface, or if we end up having a game here in Reno with Sacramento, that drama might resurface. Um, for those that don't know, the Donner Pass Derby is named after the stretch of I-80 between Reno and Sacramento. The route passes Donner Lake, which is famous for the Donner Party. If you don't know about that, look it up on Wikipedia. Getting into some key players for this game, Reno has Cristiano Francios. I don't know how to say his name. I'm just gonna call him Cristiano. So he scored a goal in our game versus Tacoma, which is really nice. If I remember right, he did make the team of the week for that, and he is a very solid offensive threat, I think. Corey Herzog, he had 2 shots on target versus Tacoma in that game that we played back in March. He was a strong offensive leader in 2019. He was really a strong leader on our team in 2019. He's overall a really solid player. I expect him to make some key plays that'll impact the game on Sunday. Tony Alfredo is another one. I believe that's how you say his last name. But he stands out to me because I was looking at some of his stats, and his distribution stats were kind of crazy for a single game. He had an 84% passing accuracy and a 93.3% passing accuracy in his own half. He also had 4 clearances and 2 blocks in Reno's game versus Tacoma. Some key guys for Sacramento: Doris, I don't know, Formella. I think that's how you. I don't know how to say this guy's name. I know his last name is Formella, or it looks like Formella. Darius, I think is his first name. Darius. I don't know how to say his name. I butcher a lot of names. He has 2 goals on 3 shots so far this year. He has had a 78% passing accuracy with 32 passes. He is a strong offensive threat for Sacramento. Next guy looking at here is Adam Grinwiz. Yeah, Adam Grinwiz. I think that's how you say his name, Grinwiz. He's conceded. He's the goalie for Sacramento, and he's conceded 4 goals in 2 games, which kind of isn't that good. He's only faced 8 shots too, so he's only had a success rate of 50%. If he's in Saturday, I would expect him to give up at least 1 or 2 goals. If Reno's really on their game, he might give up 3 or 4 goals. And then the last guy I'm going to talk about for Sacramento is Dekel. I think that's how you say his name, Dekel, maybe. Keenan, Keinin. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not really 100% sure on these names. I'm really bad with names anyway. He had 4 clearances so far this season, which is the most that anyone on their team has had so far. And then he had 9 duels. He had 9 duels and he's won 3 of them. He has a 84 pass accuracy with 72 passes, so it's not that great, but it's still good, I think. He's definitely another player to watch out for on Sunday. But I know this is kind of a short episode. It's only like 10 minutes. But that's all I have for this week. Hopefully there'll be more next week. Next week I'll be talking about how we do against Sacramento. I'll be talking about a lot of other things. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be bringing my pregame show back this Sunday for the game. We'll see what happens there. But thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in next week. I'll have another episode.